Story time, story time. Oh, 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 it's story time. Story time, story time. Let's read a book!
Hello and welcome to Storytime. Today we're going to read The Elephant in the Sukkah. Henry the Elephant sang in the circus. He was a star. Audiences from all over the world applauded him. Years passed. Henry still loved to sing, but his voice had grown tired. One day, a new singer took the stage. Henry was sent to a farm for old elephants. Nobody there sang. They slept, they munched on straw, they complained about their aching trunks. Poor Henry sang at dinner, but nobody joined him. He sang in his bath, but nobody clapped. He sang before he went to sleep, but everybody shushed him. He felt useless and lonely. If only he had somebody to sing with. And then one night he heard singing and music. He put on his hat and walked away from the elephant farm. He approached a little hut next to a house. "The Brenner's Sukkah," said a sign. What's a sukkah? Henry thought. And then he saw a family inside the hut. There were so many children, and a dog, and a cat. They sang and played their instruments, song after song. Henry longed to sing with them, but he didn't know any of the words. The Brenners were so busy singing they didn't notice him, so Henry quietly listened until he knew the words. Then he went back to the elephant farm, humming the songs he had learned. The next night, Henry heard the singing again. He walked back to the Brenner's Sukkah, and this time he sang along. A little boy named Ori heard him singing and came outside. "I didn't know elephants could sing," said Ori. Henry smiled at Ori. Ori smiled at Henry. The following night, Henry returned. Ori brought the whole family to meet Henry. "Come join us in our sukkah," Ori said. "What is a sukkah?" asked Henry. "It's a special kind of place where we live for a week during the holiday of Sukkot. We eat our meals in the sukkah, and sometimes we even sleep in the sukkah," said Ori's mother. A sukkah must have at least 3 walls, and we have to be able to see the stars through the roof," said Ori's father. "We sing in the sukkahs too," said Ori. "I would love to come into the sukkah and sing with you," said Henry. But there was no room in the sukkah for an elephant. He stuck his trunk in. He backed in. He padded sideways. But Henry could not fit through the door. "This is the last night of the holiday," said Ori. "We have to find a way to get into the sukkah." Ori looked up at the roof. He looked around the walls. "I've got an idea," Ori said. Ori whispered with his mom and dad. Together, they carefully removed one wall of the sukkah. "You can be one wall of our sukkah," said Ori. "I'm happy to have such an important job," said Henry, delighted. "Does it hurt to have the palm roof resting on your back?" said Ori. "Not at all," said Henry. "I'm getting a nice head scratch." That night, Henry ate with the Brenners. He laughed with them and sang with them. Now Henry knew what a sukkah was, a place to be together. "Next year, I am going to build a sukkah and invite you," said Henry. And so he did. There was plenty of room for everybody, and when Henry and the Brenner family sang, all the elephants hummed along. The Elephant in the Sukkah.
Story time, story time. Oh, 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 it's story time. Story time, story time. Let's read a book!